Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Live with TK. Tuesdays with TK Live. Forgot the name of it for a second. Just proving I'm human. I'm not a robot here. I'm still human. So today I want to talk to you about, we'll be talking about understanding the mind. And that's a huge topic. So I want to, let's just break it down to a bite-sized piece. And as far as understanding the mind, I want to talk about understanding the mind as it pertains to you and your creation of your atmosphere and your surroundings, and allowing things to penetrate your mind, your body, and your spirit. So when I talk about that, let me turn my phone's ringing here. Turn that off. Turn that on silent. Call you right back. When I talk about understanding the mind and how you allow, or whether what you allow into your mind, let's focus on hurt feelings. So that's a big topic. You may often hear, or I've even said, you hurt my feelings, or, she said that and she made me mad. Well, the honest truth is no one can make you anything, make you feel anything unless you allow them in. So let me give you some information, or some let's deep dive into that a little bit. So when you say, or when I say someone has hurt my feelings, that means that I have extended my power. I've given them my power, and I've allowed whatever they said or did to penetrate my mind, which then gets into my consciousness. Your mind's connected to your soul, and then, or your spirit, and allows them power over me. So let me give you an example. When I was younger, my mom would always say, if I would tell her, William, who's my brother, William did this. We're a year and a half apart. So we were the two that grew up the closest. So William said this, or he called me ugly, and that hurts me. She says, well, why does that bother you? Well, it hurts my feelings. He called me ugly. And then she would say, well, are you ugly? I was like, no. Well, why does that hurt your feelings? Oh, I have the hiccups. Why does that hurt your feelings? So I didn't understand at the time, but mom was giving me a great lesson. And of course, I didn't grasp it at the time until I, not recently got older. I'm older now, and just facing life experiences, and through life you learn. And what I've discovered is that no one can hurt my feelings unless I allow them in. So when someone says, you're ugly now, well, no one says that to me, because we're all grown, but just using that as an example. And bear with me just one moment. I am seeing who's on with me. Let's see. Oh boy, look at that. So when you say someone's hurt your feelings, right? Or when I say they call me ugly and that hurts my feelings. Well, let's go over the process. What that means is I have allowed someone in. So whatever the hurtful words they say, I've had to, first of all, I heard it. And instead of resisting it, I've allowed it to play repeatedly in my mind. Wow, someone's really trying to get in touch with me. I've allowed it to play repeatedly in my mind. And not only, so now the single sentence or phrase or whatever that the person, whoever said the phrase or the sentence that I allowed to hurt my feelings, I've heard it once, but I've repeated it over and over and over in my mind, sometimes unknowingly, to allow that that phrase or that sentence or that comment to hurt me. And so when I say I've given my power away, I've taken that power that I hold and I said, okay, let's use the comment or, you're ugly. I've taken that phrase and I've heard it once, but I've repeated, oh, I don't believe she said I was ugly, or I don't believe he said I was ugly. Can you believe he said I was ugly? So I'm repeating that to myself, and I may be even repeating over and over my rebuttal, or they think I'm ugly. What about them? And what about this? So I'm playing that, not only that phrase, but I've built a whole scenario in my mind that is now penetrating my soul, my spirit. And it can also have physical reactions. It can cause your body to physically react. You can become depressed. You can become sad. Sad is the higher level before it gets to depression. You can become angry. You can become distracted. Excuse me. So when you have your power, hold on to it. And then also another layer to that is now when I take those words that someone said once, I repeat it several times to me and to myself. And then I pick up the phone and I say, hey, guess what? Do you believe what Miss Susie said about me? Or if I'm talking to my mom, Miss Susie called me today and she said that I was ugly. Or, and I'm using the ugly because that's what I used when I was, that's the example I used from when I was a child. But it could be anything. Someone saying that, the job you did was, it was good to this point, but I was expecting you to perform at a higher level. Don't allow those type of things to hurt your feelings. So when we are creating, we're choosing to create balance, what we want to do is take that phrase. If there's a painful moment, hear it once and then look for the purpose. Dig through that pain and look for your purpose. So when you are looking for your purpose in the pain, you take your power back, because what you're saying in essence is, okay, Mr. Pain, Miss Pain, I see you. I see you trying to penetrate my happy space, my love, my powerful place. And I say no. So what I'm going to do is I hear, because there's always opportunity for growth. So someone says I'm ugly, or I didn't do the job at their expectations, or I didn't do a good job. Whatever could be used to hurt my feelings, and they may not even, the person that's saying it may not even be attempting to hurt your feelings. But when you hear it, if you turn it around as a hurtful message and you give your power away by repeating it over and over and over to yourself, then you're not finding your purpose in whatever was said. So find your purpose and find the purpose in that pain. Utilize the purpose, the energy for the purposeful intent of helping others, helping yourself to grow, loving harder. That's like one of my favorite topics is love. And we will talk about that next Tuesday on loving and the importance of love and what it does, not only for the person that you're loving, but for you, and how you take